In this essential Excel tutorial, we are going to solve one of the most common requests: how to automatically sort by date in Excel. If you're tired of your data being out of order and want to learn how to auto-sort by date, or even just do a proper chronological sort, this is the guide you need. You've just opened an Excel sheet. Maybe it's a project plan, a sales report, or a list of tasks, and the dates are all over the place. The 10th is followed by the 1st, then the 23rd. It's a mess, and it's impossible to understand the timeline. You probably know you can sort data, but how do you make it happen automatically every time you add a new row? I'm your host, and in this guide, I'm going to show you the two best methods to solve this. First, we'll cover the simple, classic manual sort, which is the must-know method for organizing your data. Then, I'll show you the true automatic sort method using a modern Excel function that updates your list live as you add new data. We will also cover the number one problem that stops 99% of people when Excel doesn't recognize your dates as dates and how to fix it. All right, let's start with method 1. The classic manual sort. This is the method everyone needs to know. Let's open the Excel file. Here, I have my data. I have a column for date, task, and status. As you can see, the dates are completely out of order. The first thing I will do is click anywhere inside my dataset. I don't need to select the whole table. Now, I will go to the Data tab at the top of the Excel ribbon. In the Sort and Filter section, you'll see a big Sort button. I'll click that. A Sort dialog box will pop up. This is where we tell Excel our rules. First, I'll check the box that says, My data has headers. This is crucial. It tells Excel not to include my titles date and task in the sort. Next, in the Sort By dropdown, I'll select my date column. Under Sort On, I'll leave it as Cell Values. And for order, I'll choose oldest to newest for a chronological sort. I'll click OK. And just like that, my entire table has been perfectly rearranged by date, keeping all the rows intact. This is the classic one-time sort. But what if I add a new date at the bottom? The list doesn't resort itself. That's where the next method comes in. Method 2. The true automatic sort, using the sort function. This method is for those of you, and it is fantastic. It creates a second dynamic copy of your data that is always sorted. First, I'll go to a new, empty part of my sheet. I'll click on a blank cell. Now, I'm going to type in a formula. The formula is equals sort. Inside the parentheses, we need to give it 3 pieces of information. First is the array, which is just our entire table of data. I'll select my whole table, for example, A3 to F22. I'm skipping the headers. Second is the sort index, which means which column do you want to sort by? My date column is the first one in the table I selected, so I'll type a comma, then the number 1. Third is the sort order. I want to sort oldest to newest, which is ascending order. For this, I'll type another comma, then the number 1. If I wanted newest to oldest, I would use -1. My final formula looks like this. I'll press Enter, and look at that. The strange part is that the date is a bit strange, with some numbers and not the date. You need to set up the cell to show the date. You do this by selecting the cells, right-clicking them, and clicking on Format Cell and selecting the date type. Excel has instantly created a new, sorted version of my entire table. This is the automatic part. If I go back to my original data and add a new row with a new date, the sorted table will instantly update and resort itself before my very eyes. This is the modern, dynamic way to auto-sort by date in Excel. Let's talk about the number one problem that stops this from working. You try to sort, but your dates are still a mess. This happens because Excel thinks your dates are text, not numbers. A quick way to check this. If your dates are aligned to the left of the cell, they are almost certainly text. Real dates and numbers in Excel always align to the right by default. A quick way to fix this is to use the Text to Columns tool. Select your column of text dates. Go to the Data tab and click Text to Columns. In the wizard, just click Next, Next, and on the third step, choose Date from the Column Data Format list. Then click Finish. This will force Excel to reevaluate those cells and convert them from text into real, sortable dates. What if you run into other problems? If you do a manual sort and all your data gets jumbled, for example, the dates are sorted, but the tasks don't move with them, it's because you made a critical mistake. You only selected the date column before sorting. Excel warned you with a sort warning pop-up, and you likely chose continue with the current selection. You must let Excel expand the selection to keep your rows together. The safest way to avoid this is to just click one cell in your data, and Excel will almost always select the whole table for you. If you don't have the sort function, it means you have an older version of Excel. In your case, you will have to use Method 1, the manual sort, or a more complex solution using macros, which is not recommended for most users. So, we have reached the end of our guide. We've learned how to sort by date in Excel using two powerful methods. We learned the classic manual sort from the Data tab, which is perfect for organizing your sheet once in a while. And we learned the new, true automatic sort using the sort function, which creates a dynamic, live updating list that is perfect for dashboards and reports. We also learned how to fix the most common problem: dates that are secretly formatted as text. You are now in full control of your chronological data. I truly hope this guide helped you get your data in order. If it did, please give this video a like. It really helps the channel and lets me know you found this valuable. And if you're interested in more guides on how to become an Excel expert, be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Finally, I have a question for you. Which method are you going to use? The classic manual sort, or are you going to try the new sort function? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching.